Hey guys, Dan for World of Mr. Grey back once again with the reading your comments, good or bad, and seeing what answers we can come up with to your questions or debates. Work is going good. I'm enjoying it. I'm happy to be back in work. On the paranormal side, a lot of how can I say? There's a lot of drama going on in the paranormal community right now. It's not good, but I'm not surprised. But we won't go into that. I thought I'd go through your comments for the last week or so and see what we can see. What was that then? I just saw a flash of light on it. I don't know where it come from. These are in no particular order, just from up or down to up. Yeah. Kitsune says, the educational system is failing people in explaining what a reflection is. They're talking on the one where I talked about, it was like the Bigfoot. It was something else I can't remember. Might have been... What's his name? Henry Cavill? I can't remember. But anyway. And every faraway dude walking with a dark coat or hiking gear is a freaking Bigfoot nowadays. I do so look forward to it. Yeah, education. I said this all the time. A lot of the stuff which you see... My chair. Oh, look at this chair. Come on, this chair. Yeah, the most of the stuff you see on, especially in the paranormal community and the videos you see... They're always misinterpreted or misunderstood or just plain out fake. And a lot of it is just down to bad education. I said an example to someone the other day about bad education, factual, bad facts. Mixing my words up. And I compared it to Flat Earth. There's a lot of bad education in Flat Earth. I know I keep bringing Flat Earth up. One day I'll make a fully dedicated video to Flat Earthers, but... Yeah, the education system is definitely failing. I don't know why. I think the internet, as much as I love the internet, is education's worst enemy. Because these days you can Google stuff, Google anything, and go on. You go on YouTube, you go on anything. I know I'm doing the same to you now, but you know you can go on YouTube and you can find someone who will agree with your bullshit, if you know what I mean. You know, if you come up with a fact, the earth is flat. It's not, by the way. But if you come up with a fact, the earth is flat, you will find people online who agree with you. Even though they got no evidence of that, they fully agree with you for no reason whatsoever. And I think that's just bad education. Luke Munoz says, I think you should start making random background objects move and call no attention to it, so one day you'll end up on these top 10 channels and have to debunk yourself. Some of these people have mentioned that quite a lot. And I've made things in the background move before, like to make an example, like the alien I did, which was back there somewhere. He's there now. There he is. Hey! But yeah, I have thought about doing... I don't want to I don't know. Is it deceiving someone if I do that? I don't know. But I have thought about doing a full-blown ghost video. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let me know if you see anything. David Richardson says, well done on getting so close to 1 million views. Is it? I don't think it's 1 million. Almost 400,000 views. But I appreciate it. Dave. I've noticed when you watch a paranormal ghost hunting video now, when you take away all the scientific equipment, e.g. spirit boxes, dowsing rods, thermal cameras, gags, and staged supernatural activity, you have actually an extremely boring and dull 20-minute to 40-minute video of people walking through abandoned buildings scaring themselves, intercut with spooky music, stock footage, pretty good cinematography, and the location that they're exploring. Some are very talented with filming and editing, but when you are shown how the magic tricks are performed, they are no longer interesting or captivating, all smoke and mirrors. I agree. Like I said, now I'm mobile. I do plan to like go to haunted, inverted commas, haunted locations. I'm not going to use any equipment. I'm simply going to go there and take my camera and ask around. Well, not ask around. I'm going to shout out into thin air and see if anything happens. I'm fully expecting nothing. Absolutely nothing to happen. It's going to be a 20-minute boring video. I guarantee you. I'm still going to put it up though. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I agree. When you take away all the equipment, you know, like what they call it, the spirit boxes, just random radio signals coming into those boxes. If you take away those, you take away all the thermal cameras, you take away everything, take the connects away, you get nothing. You get absolutely nothing. And yeah, I agree. I don't think it makes a boring video, because I suppose if they take away all that, they just urban exploring, which I used to like. So, but yeah, I fully agree. X or X or EKZ. I do know my alphabet, don't worry. Says, I love the part where you decide sex and email, blah, blah. I appreciate someone who can laugh at themselves. You gotta be able to laugh at yourself. If you take yourself too seriously, you're headed for a downfall, I guarantee you. I gotta say, I know you have been on your own adventures and whatnot, but not everyone's reactions are going to seem genuine. Now, I'm not saying any of these are genuine, because I've lost it laughing at some people's reactions acting, but my reaction to something I saw while out exploring was pretty comical as well. I just froze and said, dude. Man, dude. What the fuck? But in fairly normal voice. It turned out to be nothing, we think, but at the time I think my heart was trying to leave my body. My point is, sometimes their reaction is genuine, even if it doesn't seem like. I try not to use people's reactions or charisma to prove or disprove evidence, because I know just how convincing and subtly manipulative some people can be, as well as how put on and casual some others are. After all I said here, I know it's still just your opinion, that you're not basing your debugging off their reactions acting alone, but maybe some food for thought. I agree. Yeah, you can't always base it on people's reactions. You know, sometimes you'll see people saying, "Oh, look, this is so fake. If that was me, I would have screamed, or if I would have stayed." People are different. Everyone's like, you're either an introvert or an extrovert. Extrovert is that the word it is? Yeah. So everyone reacts to things differently. You can either scream out loud, "Oh my god, this is unbelievable," or you can laugh or cry. Everyone's reactions are going to be different. So yeah, you can't base things on people's reactions. Sometimes you can, because they're just bad actors. But yeah, I agree on that one. Andrew Hansen says, "Hey, Mr. Grey," or Mr. Gru. Is that Russian animated film? What's it called? The Steve Carell. Brilliant film. Can't remember what it's called. Anyway, going off topic here. I just wanted to ask if you could do a video on how IR light works on security cameras, and how the little diodes, or whatever they're called, have a range, and how things that are out of range are in white or black or any non-reflective material, since it's recorded in black and white, can move out of range and disappear. I don't think 90% of people out there realize this. I work with security cameras and see this all the time, and almost every single disappearing person or thing video I've seen can be explained by this. Would appreciate it, love your vids, and calling bollocks on people. Well, I appreciate it. And yeah, I've briefly pointed out this. Now, I always say I'm no expert on security cameras, but I have researched IR lights, because there's something I saw on Reddit a while back, and I can't remember where it was now, but I researched IR lights, and I pretty much said what Andrew was saying by here. And you see it quite a lot when you see CCTV cameras, especially night vision cameras. The light range of the night vision IR doesn't go as far as, say, like a UV light or the, oh god, what the hell am I talking about? The daylight spectrum of light. You know, the light our eyes see. Our spectrum of light, which we see, goes further than IR light. So when you're watching a CCTV footage, especially like a paranormal one, and you see something in the background come into view and then disappear, that's exactly what he's explaining right there. He explains it in way better detail than I can, but that's what he's saying there. But it's because the IR light can't reach as far as other spectrums of light. You know, we only see, say that's the spectrum of light. You got infrared and you got UV, and then in between, right there, that's our spectrum of light. We can't see that part, we can't see that part. But when it comes to IR, even though it's on the other spectrum, or I guess that way, I can't remember, it only sees a certain distance. It's not infinite. You know, the photons of the light doesn't go as far as other spectrums of light. And I think that's what Andrew's getting at. And like I said, I'm no expert. I know a bit about light because it's science and photons and what have you, but yeah. What he's basically saying, whenever you see a paranormal video with someone disappearing into the distance on a night vision security camera, it's because the light cannot reach that far. Something along those lines. Anyway, I could be completely wrong, but I agree. Rachel Mays says, congratulations on going back to work in the car, at least fixed, thank you. I can't believe how stupid and naive I really was until I found your channel. I'm so ashamed and embarrassed. Now I don't believe anything. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you for the comment. Don't be embarrassed. There's nothing naive or stupid about believing in something. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you can believe in whatever your belief system is. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means you have a different belief system or a different opinion. You know, it doesn't mean you're stupid or naive. Unless you're a flat earther. I give flat earthers a lot of shit, but it's because they deserve it. But well, no, don't feel stupid. Don't, you know, you're not naive. You just had a different belief system, and you're looking at the other side of the picture now. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So don't worry about it. Finial, I hope I'm saying that right. I believe I saw this is he or she is commenting on my when I talked about Bigfoot and the documentary. I said in the documentary, I said in the video that I saw a documentary about when they had one of the guys who filmed the Patterson Gimli film. He walked pretty much like the Bigfoot, and I couldn't remember the documentary. But Glofinial says, I believe I saw the same documentary regarding Bigfoot. A big old countryman about in his 70s was asked if he believed the video to be authentic. He answered no, because it was me in the hairy suit. Apparently, 2 photographers approached him due to his distinct walk and asked him if he could be part of their project in exchange for a case of beer. He agreed, and they hiked up to the hills with a pack mule. When they found a good location, the man got dressed in a gorilla suit and walked back and forth for their captured footage. In the documentary, they did compare his walk with Bigfoot, and it matched. After the photo shoot, he said he never gave it another thought until the footage became famous. I don't recall why he waited so long to expose the video. It wasn't money, because he said the only thing he got was on payment was a case of beer. Sounds like my kind of guy. But yeah, they pretty much referencing the documentary I was speaking about when I was talking about that, where they noticed he walked exactly the same. Actually brings up a good point, and this happens quite often actually, especially in older footage. Not so much now, because people have caught on of how popular a paranormal video or supernatural video can be. But where he says, after the photo shoot, he said he never gave it another thought until the footage became famous. This used to happen quite a lot. Someone would make a video, maybe for fun, maybe to get the town speaking, because, you know, back in the 50s, probably not a lot was happening. And then it's always other people who make the footage famous. It's never them who want it to be famous. Not all the time. Sometimes they do want it to be famous, but a lot of the times, in the olden days, back in the day, they'd make a video or make a piece of film, and it's always other people who would promote it and say, oh, look, this is real. And that happens quite often, and it happens now with videos that come out. Not everyone wants to make something just to pull the wool over their eyes. Somebody makes something for fun, and then it gets thrust upon us, like these top 10 channels. And yeah, that's you know, that happens a lot. So yeah. CG Talk says, dude, how can you say it's very elaborate when you can clearly see a fishing line? Talking about the wind chimes in the Franko TV video I did months ago, which I still get comment after comment, even though I got in a description my update on the goddamn fishing lines. Yes, I know we can see, but, and I'm really annoyed now. That was yesterday. Where is it? I literally had a comment about 20 minutes ago, Matt Mason. And you know, I'm flicking back to this now because of this bloody thing. He says, on the wind chimes, those aren't strings, they are light flares. It's exactly what I said in the beginning. It's exactly what I said in the beginning. It's bloody light flares. Or is it? I just don't know anymore. I should have stuck to my original story that is light flares and just stuck with it. But no, I've been told so many times that it's string. Now I just don't know. Now I'm doubting myself. I'm not having to go at anyone who's commented that it's string or light flares. It's just, I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm doubting my own debunking. But to be honest with you, Matt Mason, he's one of the first ones, to be honest, who agrees with me that it was light flares. This was my first opinion, that it was light flares. But so many people have said it's string. I just don't know. I don't know. So I'm leaving that one up in the air. But to be honest with you, with the stuff that's going on Franko TV the last couple of days, who bloody knows? But anyway. This one made me laugh. Don't know why. Dylan Scrons says, Jesus said there are no ghosts, only being of light and dark, aka angels or demons. And then Chesteret replied, let's not drag him into this. I don't know why I found that funny. I just thought it was funny. There's no reason for me to conclude that other than I thought it was funny. Oh, God. Gene Kroll says, those videos from Middle East Bismillah are very popular because the ghost hunters are so fearless. It is an adrenaline rush. As much as I want to believe in gin chasing, the fact that there have been more than one video where a creepy face appears behind the hunter in a mirror immediately drew skepticism from me. And me, don't worry. Then I thought, well, if it is a friend slamming doors or appearing in dark hallways, then no wonder the ghost hunter is so fearless. Too bad, because part of me wants it all to be real. I love to see a compilation of ghost videos that you are not able to debunk. I'm going to ask the debunk one first. There's a lot I can't debunk, but not because I think they're real, but because it's just not enough to go on. I will make a list one day soon. I'm trying to get around to that, where the ones I can't debunk, but I always have an opinion. I'm an opinionated little bugger sometimes. I can't help but give an opinion. But the Middle Eastern ghost videos, there's so many. They became popular, I think it was about a year ago. I've seen loads of them now. I've even covered, I think, one or two in past videos. It's always a guy there. There's always a dude in the background. Shadow, or the one where he looks behind in the mirror and he sees like a bloody head popping up on behind his shoulder. And he turns around, there's no one there. I'm sure I might have covered it, or I might have seen it, I don't know, but you can just see him duck down behind him. I'm going to do a more detailed video on those Middle Eastern videos, because they are utter bollocks. It's what it is. But they became very popular, and you see them all the bloody time. And yeah, the reason they're kicking in doors and Bismillah and stuff is because, yeah, it's their mate right there. And I think one video became really popular about a year or so ago. It went up on one of the, like, either Nukes or Slapcam, I can't remember which one, or Chills. And then you saw like a flow of bloody 20 or 30 videos per month come from the same area, the same people doing it. Yeah, absolute bullshit. Total bollocks. But they're funny, so I don't know. Teresa Shamrock says, the Indian community did a huge exposure on Huff Paranormal over the past few days, and they are pissed. The community has every right to go after him and expose his fraud. I agree. I made a video on Huff Paranormal. I don't usually go after... I always say I never go after people. I just point out things in videos which I think that's trickery right there. But I did make a video on Huff Paranormal where I got pretty pissed off because of the way he does things. He contacts dead celebrities, basically. And I think it's the most disrespectful thing you can ever bloody do. Yeah, and I don't know what the exposure is. I'm assuming it's to do with his bloody, what's it called? His ghost box he invented. I'm assuming it's because of that. But yeah, I'm not surprised one bit. Jamie Muniz says, in your opinion, are there any YouTube channels that are legit in regards or true paranormal investigations? There's two versions of this answer. There's one where the paranormal investigators I've seen, especially the top ones, they're either fake as shit or they're misunderstanding something. But then there's the other paranormal investigators, and usually the smallest channels, because they haven't quite hit the bug of getting all those views yet, but there are legit investigators out there. I know that. I know there are legit investigators out there. Doesn't mean they find anything. Which, you know, it's I know like a few in person, personally. I mean, I know an investigator group personally, and I know that they genuinely are out there to try and find something. I don't think they have yet. I don't know, because they started doing it just before the lockdown. But are there true paranormal investigations? I haven't seen them yet. I haven't seen anything which to me is like, oh, that's real. I just haven't. And it's always because I can either spot a trickery involved, or it's down to random radio signals coming through to the spirit box, which they interpret as... Is interpret or interpretate? Now I'm confusing myself. As EVP. That's what I'm getting at. But no, my answer is there are definitely legit investigators out there. Doesn't mean that they're legit investigations, if you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't know what I'm on about anymore. There's a nice short one for a change instead of the 40-minute long ones, because I am long just going from work. So, you know, this is a shorter one than usual when it comes to the reading in the comments. But, so yeah, let me know what you think of those comments. If you agree with me, if you think I'm full of shit, let me know down in the comments down below. But yeah, I'll be doing another one of these in next week probably now, because the next one which to come out is either a debunking one or top 10 stupid. We'll have to see. But yeah, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave a sub if you're new to this. I do these quite often. And maybe we'll talk about the drama which has been going on the last couple of days. Who knows? I'm waiting for both sides to come out first. I think it's full of shit. But we'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.